Hello everyone, this is Paul Stewart from Online Entrepreneur Secrets. Welcome to another masterclass. Today we're going to be looking at online lead generation, which for a lot of people is a dark art. But what we've done is we have spent a lot of time and effort going through the strategies from a number of experts, and it's just blown our mind in terms of what you can do and what's available to assist you. So sit back, listen and enjoy, and if you would like any assistance with anything we talk about, please do get in touch. We've got our blog and you can post comments as well. So here we go, how to generate business online. First of all, let's start right at the beginning with traditional search engine optimization. The key word that everybody seems to have in their lips at the moment, SEO. You've developed yourself a website, you're feeling very proud of yourself, you've got a domain name, you've put some pictures and words up there, and you're expecting the internet to be full of tens of thousands of people who will just be clamoring all over you to do business with you. Sadly, your website sits there solitary and alone, not doing a great deal. So you go and speak to an SEO expert and they fiddle around with tags and HTML and links, and they do a lot of things that, to be honest, you don't understand. It's a dark art, and they're technical, and you're probably an expert in your field, not theirs. So again, you spend your money and you think to yourself, right, I'm now going to be absolutely inundated with buyers. And those buyers are going to earn me a huge amount of money. So let's see what happens. And sadly, in a lot of cases, not a lot happens. So you go back and you try again. This time you invest money in Facebook ads and Google ads, and you may or may not get some success, but the rest of this video will be teaching you the other things that you should do, the mistakes that are making. So first mistake, eyeballs versus buyers. What do we mean by that? Well, if you have a website and you have 2,000 people come to view your website, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to generate a lot of business. It might be that they just want to read something, or it might be that they just want to take a picture from your website or get some information. They're not necessarily a purchaser of whatever goods or services you're offering. So although your search engine optimization team may say to you you're getting lots of hits, it doesn't mean that you're getting lots of business. I personally would prefer to have 100 buyers than 2,000 viewers, and a buyer is completely different to a viewer, and that's something which is quite crucial. So when you are doing optimization of keywords, you've got to look at the words themselves. So instead of optimizing your business for the word mopeds, for example, if you're into selling mopeds, you might want to think about buyer keywords. For example, best place to buy a moped for university. People these days are getting more sociable with how they interact with technology. They're getting used to speaking to Alexa and other pieces of equipment. So when they type in phrases, search phrases, they tend to ask questions or put more words in. They don't just type in mopeds because they know they will be swamped with things that are perhaps not relevant to them. So first and most important thing is spend some time thinking about what your buyers, what people who are interested in your product or service would actually be typing in or even speaking in to a device. The other thing is, if you are looking at keywords, it's not just Google these days. There's a whole raft of different platforms where you can be found, discovered and searched. And it might be that nobody is specifically searching for the keywords that you think will be useful. So you might have to go about your lead generation in an altogether different fashion. Another mistake is that you don't stand out. You've spent time, effort and money, and you've got your website, and you have indeed got yourself onto the first page of Google. Now, here we have a standard listing on Google, and I've done a quick search for accountants in Winchester, a city in England where I live, and there are a number of accountants, and each of the links looks pretty much the same, and there's no real reason for me to click on one or either of them in preference to the others. They've all worked very hard to get themselves on the first page. However, there are other people who are also on the first page, and they have added a thing called a schema. And as you can see here, they've got a bit of an exposure. They stand out from the crowd. And you need to stand out from the crowd. So if you don't have a schema, then you're missing out. And it's all about people's attention. They will view a page, and if there's a list like the second one we have here above the normal list, which is the first picture of the standard listing, they're more likely, more statistically likely, to click on the one with the schema. You can go even further. You can put a questions and answer schema in. In this particular case, I put in best ways to lose weight. No personal reflection, but I just thought it would be a good one because there are 301 million search results. But this one stood out because I typed in weight loss tips and it came up with a link with a list, and that answers my question. So I'm immediately drawn to that as a link to go and have a look at. So if you have a website and you want people to engage, then you really ought to have a schema, and that's something we can certainly help you with. So anyway, that's one of the things that people mistake. They mistake a first page listing as being success. There's a lot of people who are wanting to get onto the first page, and if you are just another one amongst the list, then you stand a 1 in 10, 1 in 15 chance of being clicked on. If you stand out, you stand a much, much higher chance of being clicked on, and that's what it's all about. Another common mistake is that buyers who come to your website or your landing page or any of the other places where you display yourself and your business, they're confused. They turn up at your website, they have looked at search results, they've clicked on it, they've gone into it, and they look at your website and they say, well, what exactly am I supposed to do now? If you want to get their name and email address so that you can add them to your list, they need to know where to click. They need to know why they're giving you their name and email address. If it's a consultation that you're offering, they need to know very quickly. We all have the attention span of a goldfish and will literally click back or go somewhere else if we are confused. There are plenty of websites which have beautiful graphics, absolutely fantastic, pretty pieces of paper, but if the buyer doesn't know what to do and you're not engaging them and keeping them active, then your website's actually failing and you're not going to actually have those big pots of money that you were hoping to be earning. Another mistake is people have just a website. They think that once they have a website, that's it. That's the be-all and the end-all. They've got their domain name, they're popular, they love it. They probably love their website more than people that look at it because they have an emotional investment. However, have you thought that perhaps offering a free book or free information or some kind of free offer might entice people in to your website or in to give you their information? It depends on your objective. Do you want them to speak to you? Do you want them to give you their name and email address? But having some kind of free offer, some information, it could be information on the subject that your website is about, just something to engage with them. You might also need and want a blog because that's a resource that you can populate with information about your industry. It doesn't necessarily have to be just posts that you put up. It could be videos that other people have posted about the subject. Make it a resource that people want to comment on. And don't forget, if you're using Blogger, that's a piece of software and a system which is actually owned and run by Google. So everything that you do in your blog will assist you in terms of ranking. Another very important thing is online video. These days, up to 80% of the internet traffic comes from online videos, and that is just going to increase. So if you don't have presence with an online video, you're actually missing out on the world's second largest search engine, YouTube, which is also owned by Google. So if you have an online video, even if it's just a quick answer to the common questions that people are interested in, they will watch the video, they'll learn that you are someone with knowledge, and they will respect that. And if you put links back to your blog and back to your website and back to your free offer in the description of your videos, then you are more likely to have people engage. And the longer they engage with you, the more they will actually make a decision to do business with you. Another mistake is being antisocial. It's all well and good working on Facebook and paying for Facebook ads, but do you have a Facebook page? Do you post material to your Facebook page? Can people find it and engage with it? Do you have your free offer mentioned there? Do you have links to your videos mentioned there? All of these things will enhance your exposure, which will increase your chances of actually getting business online. And don't forget, there are a whole raft of other social media platforms. There's LinkedIn, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and so on and so forth. Now, don't be daunted by all these social networks. There are systems that can populate your Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn pages with information. Again, if you're interested in having your social media managed with relevant content, then please do get in touch. There's some fantastic tools and things out there which can help. Another thing people just don't bother looking at is your competition. If you're trying to get a ranking in a particular key phrase and there are other people who are ranking above you, what is it that their website does? What is it that they do that is different? There are systems that can allow that competition to be analysed and for you to be able to clone, copy and work so that you can be smarter. Also, if your competition is receiving huge volumes of traffic from places out there like blogs and other forums, wouldn't you like to know where they're getting their links from? Again, an analysis of your competition can show you whereabouts they're getting the information from. And it might be that they're getting it from a forum or a blog, which is in itself featuring high on Google and has more eyeballs and more traffic than you can possibly generate by yourself. So why not post something useful? Why not post your information video or your free offer into those blogs? Again, we can help you do all of that. And the idea is that all of these strategies put together will lead to your success. It is a minefield, and we are extremely happy to say that we can help. We've got a lot of experts and a lot of access to tips and hints, and we'll be certainly posting more of those. So please, we thank you for watching. Make your comments below. We do have a blog, which is tiny.cc/online secrets blog. We also have a free gift, tiny.cc, amazing free gift. And if you would like to go to our blog, you can click on the link. Also in the description below this video, we've got the link to the blog and also to the free gift. Thank you very much for watching. Wish you every success in your online business. Don't hesitate to get in touch if there's anything that we can do to be of assistance. Bye for now.